you're going also to be a first-team AP All-Pro. Congratulations.
You think Dak will ever be All-Pro?
It's a good feeling to be All-Pro.
I don't know. It'll be very hard for Dak.
But you know who will be All-Pro?
CeeDee Lamb again.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. It is.
You think Dak ever be All-Pro? I don't know, Lesean McCoy. Let's ask the Associated Press. Well, we now know who is on the NFL's official 2023 All-Pro teams. Let's jump right into this, and I also want to discuss with you guys how the Dallas Cowboys have a chance to have one of the most historical Super Bowl runs in NFL history. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2023 NFL All-Pro team roster is highlighted by, you see him right here, the Slime, CeeDee Lamb, aka the NFL's #1 wide receiver this year. Yes, I know Tyreek Hill's right there, but CD is #1 in pretty much every category outside of actual total yardage, I believe. But CeeDee Lamb did in fact make this year's NFL All-Pro team. The first team consists of quarterback Lamar Jackson. We can pretty much assume he is going to win the MVP. They gave him that award literally in like week 15 or 16 after he beat the 49ers. So I'm not surprised at all that he got the first team All-Pro nod, especially since he's more than likely going to be the MVP as well. We have running back Christian McCaffrey from the 49ers, Kyle Juszczyk from the 49ers, and George Kittle for the 49ers at tight end. At wide receivers, we have Tyreek Hill from Miami, CeeDee Lamb from Dallas, and Amon-Ra St. Brown from Detroit. That's actually kind of interesting. At left tackle, we have Trent Williams from San Francisco. At left guard, we got Joe Thuney from Kansas City. At center is Jason Kelce from Philadelphia. Right guard, Zach Martin, Dallas Cowboy. Right tackle, Penei Sewell from Detroit. And on defense, you can see here, we got a little bit of controversy right here on defense. The edge rushers are Myles Garrett and TJ Watt. No Micah Parsons on the first team All-Pro defense. Very interesting. Interior linemen, Aaron Donald and Chris Jones. Can't argue there. Linebackers, Fred Warner, Roquan Smith, Quincy Williams. I think those are all really good options, really good choices. Cornerbacks, Deron Bland made first team All-Pro, and Sauce Gardner from the New York Jets. At slot corner, we got Trent McDuffie from the Kansas City Chiefs. And at safety, you have Kyle Hamilton from Baltimore and Antoine Winfield Jr. from Tampa Bay. Special teams, Dallas was able to get their place kicker, Brandon Aubrey, a rookie, on the first team All-Pro. Very, very impressive, man. Super impressive. Huge ups to Brandon Aubrey because kicker was one of the main positions as Cowboys fans we all were petrified of before the season started. And Brandon Aubrey looks like he's going to be our kicker for the next 10 years at least, y'all. So very, very huge pickup there. That's super dope. The punter is AJ Cole from the Raiders, and the kick returner is Kashawn Nixon from Green Bay. Punt returner is Rashid Shaheed from New Orleans, and the special teamers are Miles Killebrew from Pittsburgh, and the long snapper is Ross Matishchik from Jacksonville. Now, there were a couple of names missing off of that list, including one Dak Prescott, but don't worry, Dak did get voted to second team All-Pro this season. Now, it's not first team All-Pro, but here's the thing. For one, this ain't the last time we're going to see Dak Prescott on this type of list. Traditionally speaking, in any type of sport, once a player is able to break through this type of glass ceiling where they've been awarded a first team All-Pro or first team All-NBA or something like that, usually those players are more easily put into those positions again because the voters kind of just like to put the same players in over and over again. I mean, Zach Martin kind of had a down year this year and he still made the All-Pro team, and this was like, for his standards, this was not like a super great year for Zach Martin. He missed some time, he had a couple of penalty issues, but still he was an All-Pro. Is because he's been established as that type of player, so it's going to take a huge drop off in production for him to kind of lose that credibility, right? And I see with Dak Prescott, he broke through on the second team this year. I think it would be a lot easier for voters to give him a first team nod if he was to come back next year and have the same type of year or even a better year. It would be a lot easier for voters to put him on that first team. And I don't think it's going to be as big of a controversy next time about, oh, is Dak Prescott going to be there? Although I did think the media was going to hoe him and put Josh Allen on that second team All-Pro when he 100% does not deserve that. All right, so really, really dope to see that the media did not follow suit with Dan Orlovsky. and give Josh Allen more credit than he actually deserved. Running back for the second team is Kyron Williams from the Rams. Fullback is Patrick Ricard from the Baltimore Ravens. Tight end is Sam Laporta from Detroit. Wide receivers are A.J. Brown, Puka Nacua, and Brandon Ayuk, along with Mike Evans. They both have an asterisk for some reason, so I'm guessing those are like tied or something. I'm not really sure. Puka, being a second-team All-Pro in his rookie year as a receiver, is damn impressive, though. I got to give him that. Left tackle, Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith on a bounce-back year. Left guard, Tyler Smith. So both our offensive linemen on the left side of the line did, in fact, make it to the Pro Bowl, and we got Zach Martin. So we now have 3 Pro Bowlers on our offensive line again. Something we haven't really seen since the Travis Frederick, Zach Martin, Tyron Smith days, right? Center, Frank Ragnow, Detroit. Detroit actually had quite a few All-Pros. That's actually impressive. Right guard, Chris Lindstrom, and right tackle, Lane Johnson for Philadelphia. He's false started so much, he shouldn't even get that. Defense, edge rushers, Micah Parsons make his appearance right here. So we see Micah Parsons is second team All-Pro. A little bit disrespectful, but it's hard to kind of poo-poo a TJ Watt and a Myles Garrett because both of those guys had really good years as well. So Micah, I'm just gonna say this, bro. Take it out on your competition in the playoffs. Rip their heads off, bro. Rip their heads off. Interior lineman Justin Madubuike from Baltimore, Dexter Lawrence from the New York Giants. Linebackers Demario Davis from New Orleans, Bobby Wagner from Seattle, Patrick Queen from Baltimore. Cornerbacks, Jalen Johnson from Chicago. Remember, this was actually one of the guys that the Cowboys were supposed to have been trying to get during the trade deadline, so that's kind of interesting. Travarius Ward from San Francisco. Slot corner, Teron Johnson from Buffalo. I'm going to say this. I feel like Jordan Lewis was snubbed. Jordan Lewis has had a very, very good year in that slot corner position for the Dallas Cowboys. I feel like there's a very good chance that Jordan Lewis should have made at least a second team All-Pro, but I'm just putting it out there because he did have a great year, and he's been getting a lot of heat, so I want to make sure that I give him some credit when it's deserved, right? Safeties, Jesse Bates III for Atlanta and Justice Simmons for Denver. Then we have the special teamers. Do we really care? Nope, no Cowboys, right? We got the punter, Brian Anger. He's our second team All-Pro punter there, so we did get a Cowboy for the second team spot, all right? So, Dallas Cowboys. 9 All-Pros altogether. Dak Prescott was able to seize something from this amazing season that he had. He's going to get robbed of the MVP. He got snubbed from our first team All-Pro, but at least he got something to show for the type of season he had, and he now is an All-Pro level quarterback. That puts him in a different category just from a standpoint of discussion, just barbershop discussion purposes. You cannot deny that Dak Prescott isn't an All-Pro quarterback. He's an All-Pro quarterback now. Feels really good to say that. I'm super happy for this dude. And now, we are in position as a team to pull off probably one of the most historically impressive runs in the playoff in NFL history from the standpoint of storylines and from the standpoint of just the teams that the Cowboys would have to go through to accomplish what I'm about to lay out for you guys. Cowboys fans, picture this. The Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones has been having Netflix follow him around all season. They did the Jimmy Johnson Ring of Honor ceremony. Netflix has been following around Jerry Jones. I don't know if y'all knew that or not, but they have been following him around. The Super Bowl is in Las Vegas for the first time. What better place for the Dallas Cowboys to make their return to the Super Bowl than in Las Vegas? I just said that, and billions of dollars just shot out of Roger Goodell's ass as soon as it came out of my mouth. The Dallas Cowboys in the Las Vegas Super Bowl. But they would have to beat one of their historical rivals and a team in which our head coach was fired from at his last job at NFL, the Green Bay Packers, a team in which the Cowboys are 9-1 against in the last 10 games. They get that monkey off their back. They destroy the Green Bay Packers in the opening wild card round, and we go on to the second round, where more than likely we will either see the Los Angeles Rams or the Detroit Lions. From there, we took one monkey off our back. We bucked one trend with the 9-1 recent history against the Green Bay Packers. The Detroit Lions won a grudge match. They feel like they got cheated. They feel like they should have beat us. And in fact, they still think they should have beat us from way back in 15, 14 when we beat them in the playoffs due to all the funny games going on with the pass interferences and the face masks and all the other stuff. The Detroit Lions have a serious beef with the Cowboys. Beat them in the divisional round of the playoffs. Show them it wasn't a fluke. Buddy didn't report, and y'all can't hang with them boys. Destroy the Lions, put them back in their place, get them out the playoffs. So far, that's 2 high-profile games with 2 very good storylines attached to them. And then we get to the NFC Championship, a callback to the 90s. Right before the Cowboys went on their dominant run, they had to take out the San Francisco 49ers. And the 2023-2024 Cowboys are set up for the exact same fate. They take out the 49ers and they make their way back to the Super Bowl, proving everybody wrong because no one is going to pick the Cowboys in that game if that's what it comes to. They prove everybody wrong and make it to the Super Bowl. But wait! The amazing Netflix quality documentary style story is not done there just yet. They then have to play the role of one of the biggest villains in NFL history because they 100% would be. Everybody that's not a Cowboys fan is going to be firmly rooting against the Cowboys if they happen to come face to face with one of the NFL's darlings or the guy that took the MVP away from Dak Prescott. They have to go face to face with one of the biggest baby faces in NFL history with Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens in the Super Bowl. Could you imagine the amount of money that would be printed with that type of run in the playoffs for the NFL, for the Cowboys, for every party involved? That would be an amazing outcome. Don't you think, NFL? I think you should do it. Either way, y'all let me know what y'all think about that scenario down in the comments below. 9 All-Pros for the Dallas Cowboys. Either way, y'all know I was in these videos how them Cowboys.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo, shut up, my boy. Hey! I'm still them boys.